there are many bands we have. You make a comparison, you show me the comparison one, and then because of this and that, then I choose this and that. Okay? Then, these are some information about the service you use, but be careful. If your term of payment is not LC, and you show LC, means you don't understand at all. Sometimes you are very happy that you have an LC application form, an LC, real LC, and you want to put it. But your term of payment is not LC. Why would you have to show LC? See, be careful. All must be consistent. Okay? And then this is a whole procedure for LC application, whatever. And these are the documents you will need to apply LC, and this is what? To get payment. So we start from here, we have a contract, and then we send the goods like this and this. Up to now, whatever you show, you are here. Now we will start sending the goods. When you start sending the goods, you have to pass the custom. Okay, you pass the custom, so this is the export clearance steps. And when you do the clearance, these are documents you have to produce as a custom. So you talk a little bit about those documents. Okay, show the document, real document, how it looks like. And at this time, you will write why do we need this, where do I get it, and what the brief explanation about it, what kind of information contained in this document. Okay, so you do that. And then we have info clearance on the other side. Though you might not be responsible, but I want you to find out and put it. Since we don't have a real partner on the other side, so you don't have anybody to tell you that what document you have to prepare. Sometimes some document that they want, you have to prepare for them. So in this case, I want you to find out what they might ask you and prepare. Okay? So these are the documents you have to submit at the order. Cannot see, I don't know why. These are documents you need. Okay? And then you explain some of them. So you can put all in one. Okay? Explain them. So you want to show the document like this, and you can write on this what it is about with different color to save the number of slides. Okay. This is another way to explain. Actually, this should come before the custom. See, this is packaging. Okay. So you will do export packaging, sales packaging. My sales packaging, I have two languages, and export packaging, outer packaging, like that. And after the packaging, you will also tell me how you pack, see that? And the marking requirement, you put a little bit. Okay? This is how you pack and send. Okay? And then you will also explain, my product does not require special treatment. It's a normal product, it's non-perishable. So the container that I will use is a normal container. Okay? Or maybe you will say, mine is a perishable, I need a refill container, whatever. If you don't want to use ocean, you might use another way around, you also explain. Okay? You will explain what is LCL, what is your transport status, okay? And why you use LCL, whatever. Okay? So you say, explain this, why do you need this? Okay. And then you might have to identify the freight forwarder, which freight forwarder you will use. Okay, name it, and what services you need from the freight forwarder. And then if you use the ocean, then you show me the route that it will go. And at least if you use air, you can also explain who are the air service providers. But nowadays, you know, FedEx. If you contact FedEx, for example, they give you all services. They have air, they have ocean. They are the freight forwarder. They do everything for you. Okay? So you can also choose one-stop service provider as well. And I want you to compare something like this to the sea liner. You have to come up with a reason why. I want you to compare like this. At least like 3 liners, you answer them. And then why you choose FedEx, why not the others? So you have to show me the comparison. Transit time and what is the cost. Okay? So here, And then insurance. Okay, what insurance company you will choose, and whether you use the open policy, and why you use open, and what clauses you ask them to buy, or you will buy, or you are asked to buy. Okay, if you have to buy, if you are sending my CIF, maybe you will say, I buy clause C or I buy clause B because the exporter asked me to buy this clause and that clause, you can add. Okay? If you use FOB, I also, even though insurance is not your responsibility, but I also want you to add insurance, saying that I would suggest in case, okay, not this exporter, another exporter might ask you to buy insurance, then I will do like this, or maybe you can also suggest that this is the way, this is the insurance, we should do like that. Okay. I want you to have a complete one. And the whole process will be like this. And then, once done, we are done. Okay, and the whole procedure. We know that, but I want you to put it so the outsider will know that, you know, what are the whole process. Okay, this is the distribution. I want you to know at least how you will distribute the product in other country. Okay? But some groups, this is how you distribute the product. But some group, if you want to put all 4 P's, I need all 4 P's in one slide only, not very detailed about marketing. Okay? And then you need this. If you cannot figure out what is the packing price, what is the consular invoice, you may need, you may not need. Consular invoice, if you are exporting to Europe, you need it. Okay, you pay 20 baht, transportation is 100 baht, 200 baht, altogether 220, whatever you can write. Okay, if you don't need some items, you can take it out. Okay, so even though you cannot identify all the items, but I want you to list down. Okay, what fees, okay, you might encounter. So this is, you have to make this as slow as possible. Okay? And then you will thank you and you will reference. Okay? Okay, that's it. So maybe the thank you and the reference might not be posted over there. Okay? If we don't have any state. Okay? So for those, I hope the whole class will do exhibition. Okay? You see this? If you have to do presentation in class, this is the way I will evaluate out of 50%. So these are the information you should have in your PowerPoint. Okay? What I usually did was, see, when you add all them, can also take a picture of you, just hold like this, a freeze, okay? Don't move.